just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? From 12 feet, Edwards pulls it in. Edwards has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Kicks it out to Anderson. Here's the captain. He's... Oh! Gets you some!
Show us some power. Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there. And the basket by Van Vliet.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Outside, Anderson. Pass to the captain. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And pushing it up. Here's Miami.
Kyle Anderson, a guy who's all about team success. If you're open, he'll find you.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Fox for 3. Rebound Miami.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
And the basket by Edwards.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now. Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
The Heat have gotten all 6 shots to fall in the fourth quarter. Fires away from way outside. They get it back. Edwards. Here's Towns. And it's Merrill who clears it away. The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. From 13, here's Fox. No good with a jumper from the wing.
Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
To the paint. And Edwards with the basket on the assist by Anderson. Anderson's got his 4th assist in this one. Fox, the pass to Robinson Earl. Over Anderson. Second shot opportunity. Edwards pulls it in.
Oh, he missed the chippy. What are the odds? That's so frustrating.
Here's the waiter. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Heat.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this one concludes with their 2nd victory of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And what a huge performance it was for the captain.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
And the first one at the line is good. And with the new 2-day format for the NBA draft, some executives complain, Grant, saying it helps out the disorganized teams.
Well, those teams could be in trouble regardless. With the push for parity, the league might not mind giving them some extra time to process during the draft.
Catching up on the changes for Indiana. Pirtle's checked in for Smith. Holland comes in for Robinson Earl. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Merrill. And Donovan Mitchell is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Here's the captain. And a 2-handed jam.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Pass to Mitchell. 3-pointer. Rebound Miami. Here's the waiter. And he goes right over Donovan Mitchell and slams it down.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
First one falls for him. Good on both. 23 seconds left in the final quarter. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Fox. Drops in the three.
I like it. Setting up Fox that time, getting him something in rhythm.
Towns outside. Here's the captain. Launches a three. Missed it. And so Miami takes the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And now our player of the game.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast with a twist on tonight's game. It'll count towards the NBA Cup. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Doncic out there with Edgecombe. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Peyton Watson. And it's Hachimura in at the power forward position. And for the Heat, we've got DeAndre Hunter, the captain out there with Towns. Then there's Kyle Anderson. So, Greg, here we are, just about a week into the NBA season. The regular season comes at you fast.
I mean, the games start coming fast and furiously right out of the gate. But you wonder how we made it through summer without getting to see any NBA action.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, if Porzingis gets within arm's length of the hoop, he's not going to make many mistakes.
And that one is hammered home.
Put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And that one, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And it's Towns missing. Now, here's Watson. There's the drive, and Watson slams it in.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Over to the left wing. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great. Job to make the unselfish play.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. As you might expect, we talked about the game plan for defending Luka Doncic. Coach stressed that they'll double team him often, saying, "We want..." challenged on every single shot. I don't want him to get exactly what he wants out there. Sounds like Luka should expect hands in his face at all times tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Guys, Trae Young's contract in Atlanta was coming to an end, and both sides could not reach an agreement on a long-term contract extension. So trade talks ensued, and Trae Young finds himself in a new destination that now makes him the lead franchise guard in a new home.
It is a new day. Thank you for the update, Shams.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Pass to Edgecombe. Back to Watson. And Watson slams it in.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
From the wing. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Towns has got his second bucket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Puts up a deep three. The captain with the bucket. The captain's got 9. The Hawks trail by 4. 1:57 left here in the opening quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta making some changes. Quentin Post comes in for Hachimura. And Johnson subbed in for Peyton Watson. Johnson, the pass to Doncic. Over Towns. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Hunter for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
Yeah, and since both teams are in similar positions in the conference, winning the series this year would make a nice statement.
And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against a talent of his caliber. And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense. Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's Hunter. The rebound by Post.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Doncic outside. Sinks the triple. Doncic has got 5.
And Doncic used to creating kind of a luxury for him to simply catch and shoot.
Towns. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Doncic's shot is good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And that one is off. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. It's Atlanta up by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Porzingis is out there with Cameron Johnson. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Quentin Post. And it's Joe in at the 2. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play. The next shot and your results, they'll be the results. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Burks dishes to Johnson. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Porzingis. Works for 3. Miami grabs the miss.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane. Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Doncic is checked in for Atlanta. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. The Hawks second.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball. And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship. It's just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Look, that's an opportunity you don't pass up.
Hunter kicks to Towns. Back to Hunter. Porzingis with the steal. To the middle. Here's Doncic. Here's Joe. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And it's now only a 1-point Heat lead. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Well, hey, you set Porzingis up and he'll knock him down. Terrific off the catch.
Hunter, the pass to Towns. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Hawks, Williams, he's checked in for Quentin Post. And it's Edgecombe in for Isaiah Joe. Doncic with the steal. Pass to Edgecombe. Another three for Atlanta.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's the catch. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Stan Patrick Williams has established himself as a 3-and-D player out in the wing.
Well, look, Kevin, the one thing you know you're going to get out of Patrick Williams every night is a great effort at the defensive end of the floor, and that's a great starting point. So when you put him in a game, you know darn well he's going to help you defensively, not going to make many mistakes offensively, and then it just comes down to how well is he going to shoot the ball.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Hachimura comes in for Porzingis, and it's Peyton Watson in for Cameron Johnson. And it's the Hawks ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Hachimura. Hawks passing it around. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Here's Towns. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's the captain. Fires the three, and Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 17 now.
This is shaping up to be a special night for him. Started out well and is only turning it up here in quarter two.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Towns, no luck. Doncic against Towns. Williams, a screen on Towns. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. They defeated Indiana in their last.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Hawks lead by 2. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm joined now by Coach Quinn Snyder, and they were giving you some trouble in transition. How do you slow them down?
Well, I think we had a couple early where we were in good positions. We just didn't make the right read, and that's the biggest thing. But more than anything, whether...
Thank you, Allie, for that. And, folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
How have they kept it this close? Their D has been invisible. Come on, fellas, get after it.
Yeah, just a few more stops and this score would be totally different. Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
You know, right now for the Hawks, this is when it starts to get real. You pass it.
And that concludes.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. The captain out there with Towns. And there's Henderson. Then there's Hunter. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
A big man with big-time range. Porzingis is a legit threat in three-point land.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. So it's the Hawks now. It's a 1-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. And Miami shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior. And that is a punch to the jaw. This game, as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game.
Ooh, well, I don't think he planned it too far in advance. That was one of those things, you know, Greg, that just happens. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. They lead by 1. Pass to Watson. Porzingis looking it over. Hachimura, no good. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. On the wing, Doncic. Defended by Towns. Doncic against Towns. That one goes in. Doncic has got 14 points for the game.
And it doesn't take much for Doncic to get hot. And once that happens, well, he is almost unguardable. Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Hawks passing it around. Here's Edgecombe. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks. Lead by 1.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And it's Towns penetrating. It's hauled in by Watson. The Hawks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. 1:56 left in the 3rd. Shot clock at 6. And he banks in the layup. And now it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
Nice play by Edgecombe. He has the strength and body control to finish.
Greg, we know something every scout liked about DJ Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.